Hi, boys and girls. Let's go over day 11 of your packets. Now, if you look right here at the beginning, that says long A and E. Now, remember, long A says A and long E says E, and that means there's going to be two vowels in these words that we're writing. So let's look at this first picture. That is a wave. Wave. Let's do that one together. The very first letter, w. That would be a W. Remember, a W looks like two V's that have been put together. Way, A, it's a long A, so W-A-V, wave. That's a V. And then the last letter, I'm going to give you a clue. It is an E, but that E is silent. That E is what makes that A say its long sound. So W-A-V-E, wave. And let's look at this one. This is a rake. Rake. Let's sound that word out. Rake. All right, the very first letter I hear is an R. Ray. Long A. Rake. Rake. That would be a K. And so we know it's a K and not a C because it's got a bigger box. And then a silent E at the end again. Now right here we have a story. We're going to read the story. And then there are two questions asked about the story. Right here at the bottom, instead of tracing, we're going to write our own sentence. You might need a little bit of help from your big brother or sister, maybe your mom and dad or your grandma or your grandpa. And it says, write a sentence about the picture. So let's look at the picture. It's like a boy and a girl. It's like they're playing a game. Now, there are some words you can use in your sentence. This word says play, game, friend, fun, and then this is a phrase. It's two words together. It's not a full sentence. It says take turns. So use some of those words to make your own sentence. Now on the back of this paper, on our math side, on our number side, it says more or less. And it says you need to circle the group that has more. So look at those two crayon boxes. It's very easy to see which crayon box has more. Circle the crayon box that has more. Right here it says that these are teen numbers and that we need to write the teen numbers. They gave us 13. So let's think about what comes after 13. We know it's in the teen family, so it's going to begin with a 1. So 13, well, we know it begins with a 1, so I could write a 1 here. And I know that this is how Miss Derry thinks about it. I know that 4 comes after 3. So I would just write a 4. 1, 4, 1, 5, 13, 14, 15. And if you look right here on this graph, you can also see the numbers that come after 13, and that can help you as well. Right here, we're going to draw a line from the shape to the word that says what the shape is, and then color those shapes, please. And then right here, this is some more subtraction. We had a little bit of subtraction at the end of our packets last week. Remember, subtraction has a minus instead of a plus. A plus is for addition. That means we're putting them together and making more. But a minus, that's for subtraction. That means we're taking away. We're going to make the number smaller. So here we have 6. And what we're going to do is we have 6 dots. Take away 1. 6 minus 1. So what I want you to do is make an X on the thing you're taking away and then see how many dots are left. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I take away 1, I put an X right here, then I would only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would put a 5 here. And can I tell you a clue? Anytime you take away 1, that means you're just writing the number that comes before the other number. Now right here we have 3 minus or take away 2. So here's 1, 2, 3 dots. And we're going to go ahead and put an X here, and I want you to write down how much is left. Now the very next paper is a number paper. This is your critical paper of the day. It's going to be the most important paper you do. And it says at the top, just circle the correct number. It has a number word here, and I think you already know what it says. It says 3. So you're just gonna circle 3 ships. Then we're gonna read this number and circle that many ambulances, circle this many police cars, and this many red Jeeps. At the bottom, very easy peasy, doubles addition. And then right here we have a race car with 2 poofs of smoke, and you're gonna circle the number that is more inside of that cloud. So here we have a 6 because the ball is at the bottom. Here we have a 9 because the ball is at the top. But which one is more? 6 or 9? You're gonna circle the one that is more. Same thing with this cloud right here. Now something different for these packets that's different from last week is that you'd only have to do the front of these papers. Now your cover sheet, the cover sheet that says what day it is, I want you to do the front and the back of that paper. But all the rest of the ones in the packets, you only have to do the front. If you want to do the back, you can do the back. If your mommy and daddy tell you to do the back, you need to do the back. If grandma, grandpa, or babysitter tell you to do the back, you have to do the back. But Miss Derry says that you only have to do the back if someone tells you to. You don't have to do it otherwise. Now the back of this paper, I think is gonna be fun, so you might want to do it. First, you're gonna do the addition. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3, and you're gonna finish that. And once you finish that, you're gonna be able to connect those dots and color the rocket ship. The bottom, this is something we would normally do in our classroom. Do not do this. Do not do that yellow box part where it says oral number evaluation. We are skipping that. But you can color the rocket. Now this is a little bit different. This says spring animals comprehension. Read the story and answer the questions at the bottom. The frog jumps. The frog jumps. Now we remember the is a sight word. We just have to look at it and remember. Frog, we should circle the FR. That's a special sound. Fur. Fur and frog. FR. Fur, fur, fur. So I would circle fur, and then I would look for any more special sounds. I don't see any more. So I would mark this vowel with a smile. Fra, frog. I don't see any special sounds. So I'm just gonna go right into marking vowels. We know there's only one. I would put a smile over it. Jump, jumps. There we go, the frog jumps. And then you're gonna read these sentences, and then there's some questions at the bottom. I want you to read the questions and write the answer the best you can. You'll probably see the word for the answer in these sentences. The first question says, what does the frog do? We just read that sentence together, so we know what the frog does. The frog jumps. So you'll just look at this word and you'll write that right here. Write it just like you see it right here. Number 2 says, what does the bird do? Well, you're gonna have to look through this little story, find what the bird does, and write it down. See if you can read it. All right, boys and girls, there's nothing on the back of this paper. Last paper, easy peasy. We're going to trace and write the letters T, capital T, and little t. Then we have our special sounds, TH, the, in this, or th, in thick. You're gonna trace this and write this. You're gonna trace that and write that. Then I want you to read this sentence. There's an exclamation point, so use great expression. And then I want you to write it. And then that's all you have to do. Remember, we don't have to do the back of these papers. Only do the back if your family wants you to do the back. And that's all for day 11. I love you, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.